Hello everyone. So I wanted to do a video on how I prep the nails because I think that's very important. We like to do fun things to our nails and everything, but if your nails pop off, what's the point? So first, that's a little cuticle bit I got. I think I got that from I don't know, Amazon or Nail Supply Glamour or something. And if my nails look dusty or jarred out, is because I just did the video where I showed how to soak off acrylic. And this is why I just kind of leave it like that because I'm going to put more nails on afterwards. So I just soak them off and push back the cuticles, but really just like go around the cuticle just to make sure any of that like dead skin is off. Like don't overly do it. And actually go under the nail a little bit too because I wear long nails and I don't know, I'm not even gonna mess up the word for it, but that skin under the nail can get really thick, and so I just run under there also like a little bit. Don't overdo it. So that helps with lifting as well. It helps with prepping your nail. And I have a little brush I got from the Dollar Tree, so in between dustiness I just kinda, you know, um wipe it off or dust it off with that. I hope this video is okay. I didn't even edit it. I just did a one take through because I'm like, it shouldn't be that much editing involved. Even though I never stay in the view of the camera, I feel like when I actually do it in the camera, like in the, oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. When I actually like am doing my nails in the camera, at the time it looks like I'm in the frame, but once I, you know, look at it, it's like in the video, it's not. I don't know why. I think here, yeah, I'm just pushing the cuticle back. You can't push it back first. Am I? Is that what you're doing, girl? That is not what I'm doing. I'm removing the shine. I can't see. I'm removing the shine with a sanding bit, and the sanding bit should be like 180 grit, which is a fine grit. And you just remove the shine like that. And I didn't have any shine really, so I just kind of ran over it real quick. I'm gonna put on the tips because I do want to show y'all. Um, I do want to show y'all what to do after you put your tips on. If you're using forms, obviously, I'm using KDS's glue. And these tips I got from AliExpress. I love getting stuff from AliExpress, but lately, I don't know, because of the pandemic or something, they aren't like shipping like they did. Like I have one, like I have a lot of stuff to order, but one is like a Christmas present and it's not going to come by Christmas, I already know, so whatever. But yeah, right now I'm just gluing on the tips. Make sure you pick the right size tip for each finger. If it's a little bit bigger, that's fine. You could always like file it down to fit your finger. So right now I'm just measuring out. Put the glue down and put the tip on. I like these tips because they have that little well in there where it helps it to stay a little bit better. Because clear tips it was another video I did, like them clear tips did not want to stick. But this has the well in it, like that little indentation at the top where your nail fits into it. Like I love tips like that. It just makes it easier. And with me, my nails, some of them they do kind of do that scoop thing. So when my nails grow out, they start poking up. So I kind of try to glue it down a little bit further, like angling downward, just so when my nails grow out, they don't be like growing out towards the ceiling. Does that make sense? But if you have regular nails that grow out straight, you really don't have to worry about that. But my nails grow out upward. Um, and I'm doing stiletto. You could probably see on the other hand. I did not do a video on these nails. I have these nails right now and I'm ready to take them off. It feels like a holiday theme or whatever. Every time I try to stick with trends, I don't even like it. I'm looking at these freaking snowflakes on my nails and I'm just over it. Like, I'm so over it. But I do my right hand first because I'm right handed. So I just get that out the way. That's what my right hand is done already. And then I do my left hand and I show y'all when I do my left hand because it's easier. So those are the tips glued on. So of course just put the glue down and then some people put the glue on the tip and then put it on their nail. I guess it doesn't matter. And square tips, I'm not actually, since it has that well, you don't have to worry about it being crooked. Something about them other nails, they be crooked. So, because it's like it comes to a point, so I don't know. And then you just cut them the length that you want them. I just cut off the number. If it's a regular size tip, that's usually my length. Just cut the number off, and then try to make sure they're the right length. And then I did cut them into a stiletto, so just cut the sides off. I hope y'all can see me. I'm gonna get better at this one day. I'm trying to like do what I'm doing and still stay in the view of the camera. So yeah, just cut it like a triangle, basically. And then if you're afraid they're gonna mess up, because I think I messed up on one of them, just don't cut it all the way into a triangle. Just kind of cut the sides off, and then file it into a triangle so you don't mess up. Because the other hand, I think I literally had a problem. I messed it up because I cut the triangle wrong. I feel like stiletto is probably the easiest shape because you just go back and forth when you're filing, and you're just basically trying to get it even on both sides. And there I'm shaping. This has nothing to do with the prepping. I just, did it because once you put the tip on, you're going to put on your dehydrator and primer. The dehydrator is going to suck out all the moisture or oil that may be on your nail. And then the primer, I actually used the Zulay. Oh, and the dehydrator is just a brand I got from Sally's. Their little brand, but you can get it from somewhere else. But again, like I say, if you don't have a nail supply store around you, just want to pick something up in the store, Sally's is a good place because I don't really see dehydrator at the beauty supply store. They have a lot of primers, but I never see a dehydrator there. And some people don't use dehydrator. I just like that extra oomph. I don't know why, because I don't really deal with lifting too much. But yeah. But I am using the Zulay, the acid primer. And if you are prone to lifting, the acid primer is really good because a regular primer, like an acid-free one, kind of just makes it sticky, kind of, to stick that acrylic down. But the acid one actually makes tiny holes. I don't want it to sound bad. It's like microscopic, like you're not going to see the holes, pretty much. Microscopic holes that really help it to adhere. And just make sure your tips fit. If they're a little bit too small, it could cause your nail to lift. So you'll rather go a size up than a size down. I'm just using acetone to get away from all that, or you could just dust it off to get the dust off from the filing. And at the same time, I'm pushing my cuticles back with it as well, if that makes sense. So there. And at this point, that's the dehydrator. I use Beauty Secrets or whatever from Sally's Beauty Supply. And put that on there. And honestly, this doesn't burn that much, but still try to avoid to put anything on your skin. It can mess you up in the long run, make you get allergic to it. But the dehydrator I'm not that finicky about, but this primer I'm real finicky. That's the Zulay nail primer. That one is an acid primer. Don't go all the way to the side of your nail because it spreads out. So just kind of keep it towards the middle and it's going to spread out. Because one time I had a tiny cut. I didn't even know I had it. And that stuff burned so bad. So just put it towards the middle. It'll spread out on its own. And also something that helps with lifting is to use clear acrylic. Even though we love our colored acrylic, but if you use clear acrylic as your base, just a little thin layer, you probably see in my other videos, just use a thin layer. I didn't show it here, but just use the tiniest little layer, maybe not tiny, but enough. A small layer on your nail bed. I go all the way to the tip of the nail as well, just because I like to do color changes because I need to change my nails so much. But just put a small layer of clear acrylic because that's less likely to lift than colored acrylic. I used to use probably I don't know, a while back I used regular colored acrylic, didn't put any clear up under it, and it lifted really bad. It's just more prone to lifting than clear. So try that tip as well. Let me know if any of these tips help. I skipped the part because I couldn't see of removing the shine. I probably can't see it either. You just remove the shine with a really, really fine 180 grit. If you don't have an e-file, you can buy a hand file that's like a 180 grit. That's a really soft grit, and just remove the shine. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Bye.